broadcasting from Mabula, Kuwait. This is the Me and Larry reality video show, LTL, editorial news for October 22nd, 2009. This is in honor of my, I could call her my favorite aunt. I know there's Aunt Betty, of course, but also Aunt Norma. Norma Dawson in Oakland, California. I heard the news. I wanted to cheer you up with editorial news. LTL? What does LTL stand for? I told your daughter, which is my cousin, you know how it is, the relative story, the mom, daughter, cousin. Well, anyway, I told Niecy, my cousin, that LTL stands for Larry the Legend. And Larry the Legend got a headline news. Just to give you a little advertising what LTL do, he just drill in. You see, the title of this editorial news is In the Name of Love. Now, of course, in entertainment, they talk about John Travolta and being in Bahamas, and 16-year-old, his son, 16-year-old son, start breathing, and he was found in the nanny's home. And so what happened was he rushed, he got with the paramedics, and they was rushing him, and he was thinking that it would be better to have him rush to West Palm Beach, Florida, from Bahamas, and he could get on a plane or his jet, because John Travolta is a pilot, and he's a very good one. What happened was, him and his wife Kelly Preston was thinking this would be the better way of doing it, and found out that, well, when he was told while in the ambulance that he's stopped breathing, then it was a spirit of the moment, or the time was at an essence, because when you stop breathing, especially for a good while, then oxygen will lose from the brain. And so the best thing to do is try to take him to the nearest hospital. So of course you want to resuscitate the breathing. Not saying that they was ABC performed on the son. If it was, maybe he may have a better chance. We don't know. I'm sounding like Duke Powell. He's another guy who be on videos. Matter of fact, he'll be in Jamaica doing his little thing. I support him, Aunt Norma. But let me get back to John Travolta and his son. If they would have done the ABC, there'll be chances of him breathing. Don't be saying, well, he started breathing. Then that's when you have to really do your ABC, check airways, your circulation, your breathing, and then your circulation. Check everything. That's why we go to Red Cross, we go to places to do these trainings. But they don't do it in Bahamas, I guess. So here it is. The paramedic was there, and then the senator of Bahamas, he was there. And so while he decided to go on to the nearest hospital for his son, here they are preparing paperwork for him to sign. Say he didn't read it, he signed it, and it was stating that they were not responsible for the death of his son. And I guess it was like a $25 million extortion, and then they say it's down to 10 million. Oh boy. And so what it is, the son did die. His son did die, and they had a trial on it. It turned out to be a mistrial. You hate to be in John Travolta's shoes. It's heartbreaking to see that happen. And somewhere else in the Caribbean islands, and it's limited when it comes to hospital supplies or techniques or how it is to handle a situation like that. Because yes, the technology is much better in the United States, but you gotta get on a plane, travel to different almost I would say a couple of hours, a couple of hours to get to Florida, and you don't want to take that risk. So the thing was, get them to the nearest hospital, but before that, learn your ABCs. And so, do you think it's neglect? Well, by accident, yeah, it's the spirit of the moment. That's why it's good to be trained. I think blame could be shared all around, because you have to have somebody be there, and that's the bottom line. Aunt Norma, you know about that. If it was one of your children, your grandchildren, they should, they would know about the breathing exercise, the ABC, and then call 911, get the paramedics right away. Boom. But restore the airways. Sorry to hear, Les. Lord, my head is down, just like everybody else. But I'll be right back with more LTL Editorial News.